It's Michael. We're back here with Shane from Moteck Machining and Cylinder Mowers. I'm from Love Larn, of course. And we are continuing on our Moteck Love Larn collaboration. Today we are in the shed with Shane, and he's got on the table some of his front roller end caps that he's been manufacturing of late. And they're kind of cool because you can do a few different things with them, and I'd like to share that with you guys. Shane, these look like end caps that we're sort of used to, but they're kind of they're a little bit different because they've got the Shane little bit of extra innovation happening there. Would you like to tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, when I decided to make rollers, I wanted to make something different that was already available. The end cap, standard end cap that you can buy is exactly the same as that looking, but of course the material is totally different. They're moulded plastic. These are machine grade acetal product, which is extremely hard and durable. And I make them on the new machine, which is really cool to watch. There's a video of that on my Facebook page, where the machine does it in 2 stages. We have to stop it, unfortunately, because plastic, the way it machines, it builds up swarf. We've got to remove that swarf before the sub-spindle comes in and takes it away and back-face machines it. So we just pause the machine there temporarily. When we first programmed the machine to make them, we were 10 minutes 30 seconds. We're now 6 minutes. So that's just modifying the program, speeding things up a little bit. Different 3 flute end mill instead of 2. We ramp in instead of going in 1 millimetre and indexing it like this, going in a millimetre at a time. We now ramp it in and do 3 cuts and done. So we've speeded up considerably. But there's another big feature with these, and that is it incorporates a bearing.
So that's an inboard bearing, I think.
Inboard bearing, so it's out of the crap.
Yeah.
And
so that's going to sit inside
the stainless tube.
Yeah.
Yep. So it is stainless tube of the correct OEM diameter. So it's the correct diameter. So when you buy one and you see it, it looks exactly the same as the old one you just pulled out, except it's nice and shiny. Obviously stainless, corrosion, looks, appeal, and these, I mean, the finish on that is exceptional.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So you sell the end caps individually? Sell
the end caps individually or a complete roller. Now, if someone said they didn't want a bearing, I don't know why, I bore that hole so that it's a neat fit on the shaft. So you can not have the bearing if you don't want to, and just put the end cap in, and it'll assume operation like a factory plastic one, but just lasts considerably longer because of the quality and grade of the material.
And what's the diameter of the tubing that you're working to with these things?
I think it's 2 3/4.
2 3/4.
Yeah, it's the standard.
It's the original.
70 mil, I think, from memory. Yeah, so it is OEM spec. Wall thickness is OEM. I think it's 1.6. It's 600 grit, which is a finish, which is nice and shiny. It's 304 stainless. We don't need to go to 316. Use a lot in exhaust and turbo ducting and stuff like that. Only available in one place in Australia, and it's not in our state, unfortunately. So yeah, they're the end caps. So it can be bought individually if you want to make up your own. And I have some guys that said, no, there's nothing wrong with my outside roller steel case. I want to powder coat it and use it. Fine. 2 end caps, you know they'll fit. In they go. And with the advantage of the bearing inboard out of the rubbish, or if you don't want the bearing for, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't. I will sell them as a blank. Without the bearing. I think they're about in my store about, correct me if I'm wrong, $70 a pair.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think about that. So compared to about...
That's with the bearing.
With the bearing, it's complete assembly, 2 of them. I think compared to the traditional moulded plastic OEM one, I think they're $9 or $12. So yeah, they're considerably dearer. But
they've got a bearing now.
Bearing and the quality.
Higher specification, really, aren't they?
Absolutely. And yeah, the roller will run nicely on the bearing.
And that's just a standard bearing in there?
I don't use the Japanese bearing. It's a sealed bearing. It's only a roller, it's only rotating around, so it's not a Japanese bearing as such, but it doesn't have to be that quality. But it's not a junk bearing either.
Yeah.
But it is the same bearing as on the reels. So exactly the same bearing.
Well, considering the originals didn't even have a bearing, that's a step up already, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit of an innovation, something that I wanted to do, but I wanted to keep it as OEM as I could.
Yeah.
And the main critical criteria for me had to be the correct diamond.
Yeah.
Just gives the aesthetics of the original mower.
Just that period correct.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.